What's up, guys? This is going to be a video on how to change the air filter in an 04 ZX10. You can see I have my steering damper taken off already, and I have the little side panels. One thing to note on these little side panels, there's a little detent right there, and it's going to feel like there's another bolt in there, but there's not, so just kind of gently pull that out. You have to take them out on both sides. And what I'm dealing with right now is how to get this out of the way. Because as you can see, it's not going to let it. Here's all the stuff I have taken off so far. I have the two side pieces, the little the fairing piece behind the seat, and the air filter. So once I get the tank dealt with, I will update. Alright, what I had to do is I took the seat off, obviously, and then I took this bolt out. And that's a pivot point for the tank. So what I did is I just picked the whole tank up and I brought it around. Now I have it resting on the steering damper mount. And what you have to do from here is pick up the tank, and there is the air box. There are 8 Phillips head screws in there, pretty standard size screws. You get that off, and then I'm assuming you just kind of drop the new air filter in there. I don't know because I haven't done it yet, but I will show you once I do. Here's a little warning for you guys. When you're picking up the tank and moving it around, be careful of the fuel line. There really isn't a whole lot of slack in there, and I actually disconnected it. Thankfully, fuel doesn't just kind of pour out of there, so if you do end up disconnecting it, it's not a huge deal, but it's just something you definitely need to be aware of. Good news! This stupid little thing can come off. Come on, there we go. What this is it's some kind of drain for scum, I guess. I don't know. It goes down through there, pops out the bottom. Usually it's sitting in there, but I took it and moved it down there because it was making a mess out of my underside cowling. I took this apart one time and it was downright disgusting. So, yeah. And that's really good news because it took me like 20 minutes to get that one screw. What I've been doing is I have a screw bit and some vice grips, and it sucks. So that's excellent news. And there it is. There's the air filter. And then those are the intake valves. So give me a sec. So I only have one hand to do this. There it is. Not too bad, considering it was put in 2012. It is now 2015, and the bike had 24,000 miles at the time of this, and it's got somewhere around 33 right now. So the way this works is, it sits like that in the airbox, and you just drop it in. That's all there is to it. Alright, new air filter is in, and it's time to reassemble the steering damper. And once I get this little piece on, I have to go digging through the motorcycle because a washer fell out. So that'll be kind of fun. Alright, I'm almost done. I'm going to put the seat back on, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Okay. So, line it up properly. You take that little piece there. Sorry, it's a little dark. It's kind of getting late now, but hopefully you can kind of see that. Okay. And then... Alright, there we go. Just kind of wiggle it into place there. And I've got that bolt in my pocket. There it is. This is a size 11 standard. Just gonna screw that back in there. And then there's one of the bolts there for these side pieces. And hopefully this is the right one. I think it is. It is not. There's the right one. Let's see. Well, I lied. It was the right one. See, that little hole right there threw me off. Tricky, tricky Kawasaki. And that hole is for this little peg. And again, it's going to feel like this is a bolt when you've taken this all apart, but it's not. Give that a little push. Get in there. There it is. So you can hear how tight of a pop that was. Get this screw back. There we go. Get the next one. And when I took all this stuff apart, I immediately put the bolts right back in their holes just so I don't lose them. When I first started messing with cars and stuff, I would lose bolts constantly because I wouldn't put them back. It's one of those like, oh, I'll remember where it is kind of things. And then 2 minutes later, where's my bolt? Hold on, gotta sit you down. It's being a pain in the butt. Doesn't really help that the sun has gone down. There it goes. Okay, put this in, and once I have everything assembled the way it should be, I'm going to go back and retighten these. I don't want to put you through the torture of me screwing everything in for 5 minutes. Set that down. Next piece is this little plastic bit that goes behind the seat. And it fits just like that. Again, bolts are in their holes. I can't stress that enough, guys. Put the bolts back. You will never lose another one. Unless you're like me and you fucking drop them in the motorcycle. So, to put it back, you just kind of tip it in like that. Oops. And then slide it in. And then there's, let's see, there we go. There's a little groove there on either side, and the matching piece right there. So you just kind of line those up, snug it up a little bit, and then put the bolts back. Shit. See, again, I'm dropping stuff. There it is. Alright, there's one of these that little black washer there just slid under the seat. Thankfully, it didn't go too far, so I can grab that. I'm going to sit you down again. Well, I just realized I forgot to tighten up another bolt. So, fuck. Alright, so the bolt I didn't tighten is the one for the seat, which is pretty necessary. So I got the little thing back on there. Like my little flashlight, it's a battery pack. Yeah, so that. And then the last thing to do is the rear seat. So, go ahead and just put that on. And then once I got this, I will start it up just to make sure everything's okay. And I'll do that now. So I have it in neutral, right? I do not. Always important to check whether it's in neutral or not. There we go. like a kitten. And that's it. Job well done. Good luck when you decide to do this. Hopefully everything goes well and you don't drop everything like I did. Talk to you later, guys.